Okay, I have no idea where should I put this microphone. Yep, hopefully. Not really a large space to work with. But anyways, we're back. With, well, I gotta start, I guess. First, let me just check a few things. Okay, up. Oh, I gotta go back to this. Uh, mission. Navigate. Oh, yeah, list. I do like this POV. It's an interesting one. However, this does require something else. There we go. And since this is about Space China, who can I? Shucks. Oh, I got running to level 15.
With the dragon lady here.
Alright. You're up.
I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
This Stargazer. What the heck?
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What the heck just happened? Yeah, myself included. The heck?
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
Why is that one also a ship?
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences.
Well, that makes sense, huh?
Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
Okay.
Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day,
You know, I've
I'd swing my
actually
sword
wanted to play Wooden
10,000
Wave.
times, and then thrust it 10,000
But,
times.
honestly,
Repeating the process over
like, I had a change of heart. Those I've heard they've been picking up the
I
slack.
understand that I'm not like other kids.
At least until
I never
anniversary.
envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent, and just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces.
Was it that,
That's
you know,
when I felt true fear for
was
the
it Don
first
Hahn
time.
that did it to you?
Maybe that's what Mr. Jiaoqiu meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the General's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the General could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder.
Breathe deep.
But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything.
Oh, right, Withering Wings. I wanted to give Withering
I
Wings a
love
time,
the feeling
but
of giving it my all.
apparently they didn't have it ready for the Steam
Any
Deck.
obstacle in front of me.
And while they did mention that they would fix it, it's been like what, a week?
I
A week or two?
my sword.
And they still haven't fixed that.
Oh, yes.
I'm
So
absolutely gonna miss out on the
young,
anniversary
so
award.
grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
That's a fun start.
Age doesn't really matter.
Although I did hear that the anniversary awards were lousy, so maybe I'm not missing much.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well,
Yanqing gets no respect,
I
huh?
don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather. I want to win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
So that's a reason to fight?
What do you mean by an unworthy master?
Oh boy, here we go again.
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Jiao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just
Oh,
reminded of
sounds
some
like he's got some
old
baggage.
friends and old tales. Judging from
Well,
my professional
it's a good thing I
perspective
was
as a healer, both of
so I
you
can vibe with this
possess
guy.
remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
Along, I guess.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and
Call them
duties.
children.
The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves.
He's calling them
By
children.
the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
I find that morbidly
This
hilarious.
is a restricted area, but since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream that he didn't even ask me. Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
Only Yanqing's a kid too. He's
You know,
sincere.
cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right, I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Join the team. Watch 7 stories. Join the team temporarily. Come on. Now where we go? What's this now?
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need? I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance.
It looks like
Arzas! Who's there?
we got some. Oh, somebody's
Who are
stuffy.
you guys?
Oopsie. I hate myself for doing that.
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
Well, there's only one way. There's really only one option. And it's the March 7th option.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Oh! Already they're playing.
Ever hunt planes?
Yanqing,
Yeah,
you
sure.
clever boy.
Sis, we'll take you there.
Okay, you've earned my respect, Yanqing. Just like that.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yanqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
on! Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yang Qing?
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yan Qing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Wafu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Alright. So, how do we tail these guys?
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Picture perfect.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Bullock. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
Interesting.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you.
I wonder.
Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise,
It
we're
could
screwed.
have just been a coincidence, but
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
let's hope they don't.
Ugh, so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Feels like an entire inner bear holding breath in silence. Sound of the crate touching down.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia.
And whatever they're
They keep talking about their plans, but where
and
do
whatever
they
they're
come from?
planning,
And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
and it looks like they're gonna claim to escape
They're
whatever they have
definitely up
here.
to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Oh boy.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here! Shuhart, I'm coming!
We're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Watch out! They're on high alert! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient
Mok-
bloodline.
But what is
all
Moktok?
hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
What?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Well, that's what these are, huh?
All things
Do
will
something!
have their
Die! Broken beast!
constitution are human creations! Pardon my manners.
Waiting in line for a bullet? Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire! Here's your final reward.
Not very sportsmanlike. The omniscience is with information. In accordance.
All of you stand still. Bring it on. Order. Throw.
Better not underestimate me.
Remember to aim for the heart. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
You don't look so good. Look with some field kick.
Waiting in fire.
Converge and awaken.
Stop. Oh, that was just about over.
All of you, let's do it. Fair and square. Throw.
That's how a true master does it.
Not bad.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They said they were boars.
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights?
This could be a problem.
Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Huh? Wait!
What's the matter?
Uh-oh.
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. They can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion. Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information.
I have no reason to doubt.
We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
So we must. Nice. Alright. Let's yeah.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Alright.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibiter Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right?
We're here to answer your questions as witnesses.
That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding
Witness
of the
protection.
facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them, but no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please
I
go
want to
ahead,
flick the
General.
jewel on her forehead.
But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jin Yuan wants us to be honest. Maybe maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis.
Correct.
However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be...
Why do we have trust in him? I'm not sure what would I expect if I picked 3, but the way I see it, I'm not sure what would happen if I picked 1. Let's see. So, trying to deceive her is not a good idea. I don't know. I feel like 1 or 3 could be bad ideas, but... It's also been a hot minute since I've actually tried to go for it, so... Let's see. I suppose... Well, I don't really have much of a choice. I'm not a very good negotiator.
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Lafu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the
one was the right choice.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand.
So...
Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor.
What do you want to ask about?
But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
Jigsaw device. I don't... Jigsaw didn't... No, this had nothing to do with that. I personally met Danshu. Well, that's true, but... Is it the perception? Well, it's suspicious. Well, this is the only one I know.
I personally met Danshu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu, and she harbored deep hatred towards the Hunt. So she spent years making preparations in the Alchemy Commission, in order to take revenge on the Xianzhou.
Revenge is also a form of the Hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the Stellaron into the Scale Gorge waterscape, which was guarded by the Videodora.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. That's one less clue we can pursue. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Oh, this is not. This is. Attila was eager to. Where was Fouchon? I have not seen Fouchon here. So.
I was there,
Listen.
fighting Fantilia alongside General Jingyuan, but she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Interesting. That's quite a new perspective.
Indeed. Actually, I checked to see if anyone. It's the live chat. There we go. Negotiation successful. They call me the negotiator.
It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jingyuan.
What a waste.
First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
So.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
So?
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Lawfu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Lawfu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Lawfu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Lawfu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison and as elusive as quicksand. The Borson believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Law Fu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling prison.
Are you imprisoning us?
No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Really?
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's Shackling prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borson, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borson suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Huayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems.
I mean, it's something they've always had butted heads before.
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Chou and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
Oh, let's go.
Do you actually believe in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy?
Can't say for sure.
The Xianzhou's matrix of prescience can also predict the future. Do you believe in its prophecies?
I understand.
What are you looking at?
You're definitely a unique individual, just like Hua Yansen. I hope you'll walk alongside the Rainbow's path as a friend.
I hope so too. You know what? If you
I'm
could.
really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the Shackling prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division. You just need to give your testimony.
I think they could turn the camera around.
Back. So no.
As you wish, General.
Let's get go.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
I don't know. There. The Shackling prison.
The Shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
Done
Home sweet home?
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you.
Once I step through that door, I'll be inside the prison?
Exactly. Please come on in, dear guests.
Right. We know. Let's press on. Ominous. These two guys.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the shackling prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food, yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. Despite the brutal punishment, he somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hulei's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully.
So, boars and warheads, denizen of abundance, accountable for numerous acts of invasions and associated war crimes, accountable for long-term enslavement of Foxians utilizing their blood for alchemical purposes. Attention. This prisoner must be subjected to the punishment of the force of swords and must never be pardoned. They must be transferred to different locations on the base. The shackles must be checked for sturdiness during transfer, and the air filters in the new cell must be intact and functional. What do I like that part there? What, they breathe acid? Let's see. The confinement of this prisoner is the foundation of the alliance between the Zhao and the Foxians. Individuals objecting to sentence should be punished for sowing discord. Anyone who is attacked, next to converses with this prisoner must take poison-proof pellet or wear a breathing mask. Ah, so that's, I guess, well, that answered that question. Prisoners' place of detention must be changed on a yearly basis, and a new location must remain unknown to individuals below the rank of Clown Knight, Lieutenant, or Judge. Do not mention Jingli when conversing with this prisoner.
And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hulei.
Just swallow it already. Hulei is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear.
I have thought it before.
Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed.
Speaking of medicine, I should take mine too. It's almost 8 o'clock.
Your Honor.
What is it?
No. Never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's keep moving.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Crazy.
Not bad. How many credits is this worth?
No, it's just skeleton one. Yeah, it's built at the bottom of the HT. Whoa. I didn't even get to finish reading that. Deep.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express.
Hello.
Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before.
Are you and your sister the only judges here?
You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes. We've got plenty of options here, and we'll find one that suits your taste. Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Yeah, no problem.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Luofu.
You know. Problems take care of us at home, and friends take care of us on the road. That's how it goes, isn't
Even
it?
though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the 10 Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission. This
I'm
is
giving
not
a
a
thumbs
place
up.
for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Dunham, please come with me.
Aye, aye,
Please
madam.
lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps.
That was not expected. Not bad weaponry. I kinda wish we could have a walking. I never got my controller. How does that go? How deep are we in? Looks like there's an anchor here. Okay. I guess that can wait. Brimfrost Pig Staff.
It's freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar belt. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out.
What do I do want? I haven't built a Harming Trailblazer this whole time, so. But. And I have been working on something there, so. Let's just keep going.
What an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
Tell me about it.
These crates, they look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. Then, a bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance, but throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one.
Looks like the APG has caught the attention of the Wars.
I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time.
I'm thirsty.
Well, business first. Let's keep moving. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
What's this? Oh,
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
look for surrounded.
Why are these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. The guards aren't responding.
Come on, let's do this. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun, and those who dig their own grave. Bring it on, Border. Fire! Aim for the heart.
We have to fight!
Why, of course. Get them!
It's coming!
Dreams do come true. Still the same.
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all. Waiting in line for a bullet? Let's do it. Fair and square. Throw. I didn't see you. Break. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun, and those who dig their own grave.
Great teamwork.
It's going wild, just like a Borison.
Taking positions. Looks like we're on our own for this one. Let's improvise.
All of you stand still. Bring it on, Border. Fire! Feel the same. Throw.
Dreams do come true.
Get them. Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire! Here's your final reward.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
Oh, I think I could figure.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight.
I think I mentioned there was some kind of biological tissue inside a mech.
The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here, in the shackling prison.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the shackling prison. The messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, and the prisoner they came to visit, might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cave? Cheer.
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
So, Boom, 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 boom. On to the top. Say thank you. That would have been nice. Bring it. Alien this. All that to open up, activate a key.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed, because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hule?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Montage.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here, at the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside, we found soldiers buried. Bring it on. Here's your final.
Let the enemy strike first. Needs a little more heat. season.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course.
How about not?
I'll still kill you all since you're not ready. But I promise it'll be
Why not have a move?
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own
That's really a
grave.
hard one, right?
Bring it on, Booker.
So what's his gimmick? Look.
Throw.
Gonna hold everyone back again?
I'm guessing that wasn't before.
Needs a little more heat.
Waiting in line for a... Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire. Here's your final move.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Mosa.
There's no reason anymore. It's not time to for those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave. Throw.
Better to make no move than let's add more season.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal? Needs a little more heat.
Oh. What's the plan, most
Guard the gates! They can't be allowed in!
Been a long time. Boy, welcome back.
How many times has Verdontia spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule.
nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to assemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast.
Oh, that's why they're being like that.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have 4 hours to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
So does that mean that the...
What a reckless plan, you idiot. Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws.
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord, we should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, do you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys. Time to move out.
Oh, those bites.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
I'm afraid we're too late.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
That in that case.
Go!
Well, maybe we should get
These
moving.
intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Because we got our own work cut out for us.
But Borison tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
Like you have to ask.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please follow me. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
I reckon this will have to pull out someone different then.
I appreciate...
Please stay tuned.
Show your Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
Oh, I guess. No operating permission. Oh. I'm gonna go down. Oh, okay. So we were supposed to take the elevator. Right. Okay, this. Yeah, eventually gotta get something right. Here.
Some
I eventually
spirit
figured it out.
occasionally use Ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late.
May also need a little bit of help for this. Let's see. For 3 turns, huh? Just 2? Okay. Oh, is this one?
Hang in there, sister.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
I think I can find only one clue here.
Xue is here. Miss Xue briefly sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
No, I haven't found any Foxian bodies.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Migraine. Respecter.
Reconstruct. It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage. Let me see if I can fix it up. I'm back. Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
Oh, for a minute, kind of cute.
Now is not the time for jokes. This side crane can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage and brought upwards?
Besides the Borison, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird, who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borison will escape from the prison.
If they haven't escaped already.
Alright. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Fiery.
Wait! Something feels off. Something's approaching us.
The invisible intruders. These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Waiting in line for a boat? Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire! Here's your fun!
What the heck am I supposed to do with these?
Chibi promises you that every...
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
All of you stand still. Bring it on. Order. Draw.
It's coming. Maybe I can do this.
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
This side. No bullying allowed.
Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire! Here's your final reward. There's no reason with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Do we have to fight?
Why, of course. I'm guessing that wasn't...
Take your position. Dreams do come true.
Waiting in line for a... Bring it on. Order. Draw.
Prison management on the law food is truly concerning.
Let's do
Who are you?
fair and square.
Aren't you me?
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave. Get them!
Stay in step. Let's improvise. The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
time for a bullet? Bring it on, Border. Throw. Here's your final reward.
Take your dreams, do
I
come
don't
true.
know how that happened.
Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire. Just focus on the fight. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun, and those who dig their own grave. Bring it on, Border. Throw.
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or death. I'll crush them all.
I'm guessing that wasn't for free.
Come on.
It's my turn.
Here comes someone your own side.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Fire! Here's your final reward.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world.
I'm gonna die.
Those with a loaded gun, and those who dig their own grave. Get them! Remember this. When it's time to shoot, quit yapping.
Looks like one else.
The prison management of the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Hey, you got a messaging messenger's flame.
Prefer to be called the Yaoqing messenger who strategically retreated. At least two different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique. It's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yaoqing. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Moza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. Now it seems... the prison in the Lawfu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No, you can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Your friend is in Hule's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf. The shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late. And the best case scenario...
We take all those bad guys as spots.
Best case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
I was wondering though.
We should have a way of comforting people.
Where's the food one? Don't you in the town?
As a person of the Yao Qing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Are we really out of options?
None of you are part of the Ten Lords Commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hule from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borison, and you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
Onward.
Not bad. How many credits is this worth?
Oh, still not enough jades, unfortunately. Well, let's get the heck out of
We
here.
must seal the entrance before the Borison fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
I have no reason to doubt that.
We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
Please stay tuned.
There's only one way to fight.
Is it coming?
Don't worry, this was on me. Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire! Here's your final reward.
Let's improvise.
I got that.
Watch my moves closely.
Haven't eaten yet. Bring it on. Order. Throw. I didn't see you. Breathe. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
There you go. Up.
Dreams do come true.
Don't worry, this one's on me. Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire! Here's your final reward.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
I just realized I have paid that. If I want to be dealing with these cunts. Why would I use them? Not really rocket science.
When it's time to shoot, quit yapping.
Let's help him.
Please stay tuned.
Assign amateurs. Fiends or devils. I'll trust them all.
There's no reason with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave. Bring it on, Border. Fire! I didn't see you get free.
It's coming.
Guessing that wasn't
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Watch my moves close.
The fugitives are charging at the gate. Please be careful, Your Honor.
Wow, the worst. I see a boss coming. So. Let's eat it.
Locked and loaded.
Please stay tuned.
I will hold them back.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
Come on, let's do this. Let's do it. Fair and square. Draw. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave. Guessing that wasn't for free.
Assign amateurs. Fiends or devils. I'll trust them all.
Is it coming?
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Fire! Here's your final reward. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
You get a feeling we're gonna need a lot more.
Locked and loaded. Bring it on, Border. Throw. I didn't see you. Break.
Great teamwork. Let's improvise.
Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire. Here's your final reward. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave. Get there.
Stay calm.
Bring it on, Border.
Give me a round.
I didn't see you. Break. Remember this. When it's time to shoot. This reward's not even a fraction of the bounty on my head.
I can't say no to free Jade.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Let's do it. Fair and square. Fire. Here's your final reward. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
I'll catch up.
Maybe I can do this.
Great teamwork. It's my turn.
Waiting in line. Bring it on, Border. Throw. I didn't see you. Break.
Not done with.
Remember this. When it's time to shoot, quit yapping.
There it is.
This brings back such familiar memories.
Hang on a minute.
Of chasing, gnawing, and terror.
I'll be back.
They're back. They're back. They've all come back.
Okay, I'm back. Wait a minute.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Montauk.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao Cho. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something.
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiao Zhou?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, Montauk. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and
I
move
think
when I
if you
allow
call
it.
him by if I'm acting get out of here.
I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Montauk. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me!
That's all.
Let's do it. Fair and square. Draw. Here's your final reward. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Dreams do come true. I'll catch up.
Waiting in line, bring it on. Order. Fire! I didn't see you. Break! Get them!
Let's improvise.
There you go.
Let's do it. Fair and square. Draw. Look. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
mood is set just let the show begin.
Don't worry, this one's on me. Bring it on, Border. Fire! Here's your final reward.
Is it coming?
Get that! Remember this when it's time to shoot.
I'd rather not fight these if I can afford to.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guard.
Because honestly, these guys just suck.
Let's do it. Fair and square.
Aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all. Throw.
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
I'll catch up. Dreams do come true.
Underestimating us?
Bring it on, Border. Fire! Here's your final reward.
God.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
Oh, stupid bastard. I didn't want to do that.
Stand still. Let's do it. Fair and square. Throw. I didn't see you. Break. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
It's coming. Maybe I can do this.
Get that!
Stay in. Let's improvise.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guards. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment, serving as an example to others.
I'm going to need a bit more firepower.
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin. do come true.
Wait a minute, let's do it. Fair and square. Draw. Break. There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
Take your positions.
Underestimating us?
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found.
What about the Yaoqing messengers? And the name?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed.
This will be interesting.
General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away. Once.
I'm most jealous of people who have houses to live in.
Alright, this is a two-parter. Time to hunt. Time to hunt indeed. But the hunt must wait. Because that seems like we got some new stuff to do. And we have rewards for Jay. But that's gonna be something we'll do for another time. So Monday, maybe, I'm not sure, because this weekend will be no streams because it's Mother's Day. Respect your moms. I'll see you tomorrow. I really don't know how to end videos.